Three Gorges Dam. The engine behind China's inland economic boom. Monumental masterpiece of engineering measuring 180 meters, 590 feet in height, and 2 kilometers, 1.25 miles wide. The Three Gorges Dam plugs the Yangtze River in China, generating 22,500 megawatts of hydroelectric power, enough to cover the power needs of 60 million people. The Three Gorges Dam is not just the world's largest hydropower project, it is the backbone of China's inland economic transformation. Located on the Yangtze River, this massive structure has become a game-changer for shipping, transportation, energy production, industrial development, tourism, and especially economic growth across central and western China. Opening inland China to the world. Before the dam was built, shipping along the Yangtze River was slow and dangerous. The river was filled with rapids and unpredictable currents, especially in the Shilling Gorge area, making it nearly impossible for large ships to pass. Only vessels up to 3,000 tons could navigate the river to reach the upstream city of Chongqing. This limited the economic potential of China's interior provinces. But after the dam was completed, everything changed. The dam's twin 5-stage ship locks became the main passage for river traffic. These locks are like massive staircases filled with water. Ships enter one chamber, the water level changes, and they move up or down to the next. Eventually, they are lifted or lowered by 113 meters, a journey that used to be deadly now takes just 3 to 4 hours. Today, vessels as large as 10,000 tons can travel deep inland, reaching over 2,800 kilometers to Chongqing. Revolution in freight transport. The dam's effect on cargo movement has been revolutionary. The Yangtze River's freight traffic surged from just 18 million tons before the dam to over 100 million tons every year. Transportation became faster, safer, and 30% cheaper. For time-sensitive cargo like fresh produce or car parts, the dam includes a ship lift, the largest of its kind in the world. This vertical elevator can lift ships up to 3,000 tons in just 30 to 40 minutes, compared to the hours needed by the locks. Thanks to this system, smaller cargo vessels avoid the long wait, saving fuel and time. The ship lift handles about 40 ships a day, easing pressure on the main locks and keeping river traffic flowing smoothly. Chongqing, from isolation to industrial powerhouse. With smooth river access, Chongqing has emerged as a major industrial city. The port now handles over 200 million tons of goods per year as of 2023. Before the dam, that kind of traffic was unimaginable. Take the automotive sector as an example. Chongqing is now China's largest car-producing region. Companies like Chang'an Ford export over 1 million vehicles a year, using the river to send them to coastal ports and beyond. The Yangtze has become a water highway, moving not only cars but also coal, minerals, and containerized goods across the nation. Coal from Shaanxi and Inner Mongolia now flows by river to cities like Shanghai and Jiangsu, cutting rail costs. Intermodal trade routes have sprung up, connecting river transport with rail and sea shipping. The Chengdu, Chongqing, Shenzhen line allows containers to travel seamlessly from factories in western China to global ports, boosting inland industry and urbanization. Perhaps the dam's greatest achievement is how it has helped balance development between coastal and inland China. The Yangtze River Economic Belt, YREB, was formed around the economic opportunities made possible by the dam. Inland provinces like Hubei, Hunan, and Sichuan, once considered economic backwaters, have become hotbeds of industry. Global tech giants like Foxconn, HP, and Lenovo have built factories in Chongqing. They rely on the river to bring in raw materials and ship out finished products. This shift has brought jobs, urban growth, and rising incomes to millions in central China. In this way, the dam did more than control water, it unleashed a wave of economic energy. Growth beyond industry. But the dam's impact doesn't stop with factories and freight. One of the key sectors transformed by the Three Gorges Dam is agriculture. The dam has stabilized seasonal river flows, allowing for more predictable irrigation in the downstream plains. Farmers in provinces like Hubei, Anhui, and Jiangxi have benefited from improved access to water, which has boosted rice and wheat yields. Additionally, the controlled release of water during dry months helps prevent drought-related crop failures. Fish farming has also flourished in the reservoir region, creating income and employment for thousands of rural families. With less flooding and more reliable water supply, agricultural productivity has increased, contributing to food security and reducing poverty in rural communities. With improved river safety, tourism has grown along the Yangtze. Cruise ships travel between cities, showcasing the region's scenic beauty and historical landmarks. This boosts local economies by bringing in tourism dollars and supporting small businesses. In the countryside, the dam has stabilized water levels and enabled better irrigation, helping farmers grow more food. It has also reduced flooding in downstream areas, saving lives and protecting homes and infrastructure. And let's not forget energy. The Three Gorges Dam produces 88.2 billion kilowatt-hours of clean electricity each year. That's enough to power millions of homes and factories, reducing China's dependence on coal and cutting pollution. Engineers building the world. After the successful completion of the Three Gorges Dam, Chinese engineers gained global recognition. With their skills proven on one of the world's most complex infrastructure projects, they moved to other parts of the world. Under China's Belt and Road Initiative, these engineers have helped design and build dams in Asia, Africa, and South America. Their experience contributed to hydropower projects in developing countries, bringing electricity, irrigation, flood control, and economic development to regions that were previously left behind. In this way, the Three Gorges Dam became not just a national model, but a global gift of expertise. In Pakistan, Chinese engineers contributed to the construction of the Karat hydropower project and are working on the Desu and Diamabasha dams. In Africa, they have assisted with Ethiopia's Grand Renaissance Dam and Zimbabwe's Kariba South expansion. These projects not only provided power but also trained local engineers, created jobs, and encouraged industrialization in underserved regions. Countries like Laos and Cambodia have also seen the benefits of Chinese hydropower engineering. In these regions, access to consistent electricity has enabled the rise of local industries, education, and health services. The expertise gained from the Three Gorges project is now a force for global development, reducing poverty and laying the foundation for long-term prosperity. Bottlenecks and challenges. Of course, such a massive system has its limitations. The ship locks are often at full capacity, especially during busy seasons. Some ships have to wait up to 12 hours to pass through. The ship lift helps, but it only handles a small percentage of total traffic. There are also environmental challenges. Because the dam traps sediment, downstream riverbeds can erode. This requires regular dredging to keep the channels open. Meanwhile, upstream, some smaller ports are struggling with silt buildup. Smaller ship operators also face higher costs. Using the ship lift can cost about $1,500 per trip, a price worth paying for urgent goods, but not for every business. Critics also point out the displacement caused by the dam's construction. Over 1 million people had to be relocated, and some ancient cultural sites were submerged. While China undertook extensive resettlement programs, the social costs of such a mega project remain part of the larger discussion. Future plans and alternatives. China is already working on solutions. The Yangtze River Deepwater Channel project aims to allow much larger 50,000-ton ships to reach as far inland as Wuhan. This would transform even more cities into industrial hubs. Planners are also studying alternative canals to reduce dependence on the Three Gorges locks. These new routes would prevent traffic jams and further boost the region's logistics network. Still, competition is emerging. The China-Europe Railway Express, linking cities like Chongqing to Europe, is taking some high-value goods off the river. But even with this rail option, the river remains vital for heavy and bulk cargo. Efforts are also underway to modernize the ship management systems with AI and digital monitoring, which can improve scheduling, reduce congestion, and help monitor environmental conditions more effectively. A new chapter for inland development. The Three Gorges Dam did more than create a lake or generate power. It changed the economic map of China. Before the dam, development was focused along the coast. Today, thanks to cheap, fast, and safe river transport, industries are thriving deep in the heart of the country. With its giant locks, massive ship lift, and wide-ranging benefits, the dam has transformed the Yangtze from a natural barrier into a trade corridor. It's not just a triumph of engineering, it's a symbol of how infrastructure can spark economic growth. Millions of people in central and western China now enjoy better jobs, rising incomes, and greater opportunities. The Three Gorges Dam didn't just tame the river. It set it free, to carry the dreams of a growing nation further inland than ever before. As China continues to develop its west and connect inland cities to the global economy, the economic legacy of the Three Gorges Dam will only grow stronger. It is proof that when infrastructure meets vision, the result is not just progress, it is transformation. Ultimately, the story of the Three Gorges Dam is not just about one country's development. It is about how bold ideas, when turned into reality, can change the lives of millions, not just at home, but across the world. From the Yangtze to the Nile, from the Mekong to the Zambezi, the legacy of this megaproject is still flowing, reshaping rivers and rewriting futures.